Hey there, Jeff Fligler again. I want you to maximize your everything page and get the most out of it. So I just want to go over why the everything page is set up the way it is and give you a few tips and tricks to make sure that, again, you are getting the most out of this. So let's break it down by section. The first section is the most important. Listen, I've been designing websites forever, and we have heat maps. And what they are pretty much, they tell you when somebody comes to your website where they spend the most time with their cursor and where they're looking. And almost always, I'd say 80% of the time, the most important part of your website is that first thing they see, right? So that first picture is so important. They say a picture tells 1,000 words. This couldn't be more true with a page like this. When they come to your page, if you're a personal brand, you really want yourself to shine here, right? So you want a great picture of yourself. If you're a nutrition coach, you want to have a picture of yourself in the kitchen, doing your thing. If you're a real estate agent, this is the only thing. If you're a real estate agent or if you're a really product-driven person or selling something, I could see where you'd want to put the best house you've ever sold or the coolest thing of your product or somebody using your product or whatever that is. But again, you really want a picture that shines. It is really important. It's the first thing people see. Next is the first bit of your message. And this message is your elevator pitch, right? People don't spend a lot of time on websites. The average time most people spend on a website is about 45 seconds. That means they get to look at your picture for about 5 seconds, and then they get to read a few words. And based upon what they read right there is based upon if they're going to keep scrolling and keep going. So that defined elevator pitch is really, really important in saying what you do and your messaging. So you don't want this to be too long, but you want this to be very impactful, right? It's really important that first text, that's it, right? And then let's talk about your video, because the next part is your video. If you don't have a video, I highly suggest you make one. It's not that hard these days. You can make one with your iPhone or whatever smartphone you have. You can have one of your friends hold it up for you and just take a quick iPhone video in case you don't have somebody willing to film one for you. And it's super simple, but this is the way that we figured out to get the most conversions for your video. First thing, the first few seconds, you want to show you're a human. You want to be funny, you want to do something cute, maybe like slip off your chair, whatever that is, just to get them to see that, you're human, you're relatable, you're somebody they want to work with, right? The next part, you get a little bit more serious. You tell them who you are, like, hey, I'm Jeff from The Point Solutions, and this is what we do. That's the next part. This is what we do. We are a digital marketing firm that makes great video, great websites, and helps you get noticed, right? So that's the next part. And this is why I do it. People love purpose-driven marketing, right? I do this because I want to help entrepreneurs like yourself reach their full potential. That's why I do what I want to do. I love entrepreneurship. I think it's great. I love people that hustle. I love people that take chances, and I want to work with them, and that's why I do my business, right? So that's why I do what I do. You need to put why you do what you do. And then the next part, this is why you should do it. This is why you should get my services. And for me, it's simple. You should get an everything page, or you should get a website made by me, because if you were going to try to do what I've been doing for the last 10 years, it's going to take you either a ton of time or a ton of money to get the same result. I can save you both. So that's why you should do it. The next part of your video should be, this is what you should do next, right? So in this case, on an everything page, it's fill out your form. So really quickly, I'm going to do this, and 30 seconds to show you what your video should look like. Hey there, I'm Jeff. I just finished making another website. No, just kidding. I'm not that cheesy. But I am Jeff. My company is called The Point Solutions. We do digital marketing for all sorts of people in business. You know why I started this business though? It's because I love helping out entrepreneurs like yourself. I love people that hustle. I love people that take risks, and I want to help them maximize their potential. And we do that by making awesome websites, doing very creative videos, having a lot of fun, and getting you out to your clients and your customers, right? And listen, you could probably do this too, but it's going to cost you either a lot of money or take you tons of time, and I can help you minimize both. So what I want you to do is click on the form below and sign up so you can get an email from me, and we can schedule an appointment and I can tell you all about it. You see, it's simple. It took 30 seconds, right? So let's scroll down a little bit more and look at the next section. That's a call to action section. And that's pretty much just a form. There's 2 call to actions if you want them. The second one is, let's say you're trying to build a team for a network marketer, then you should definitely put a benefit they would get by joining your team, or a benefit they would get by, filling out the form so you can contact them. The next section is also very important. It's where you put your value. Like, why is it so important that they would work with you rather than somebody else, right? Do you give them a ton of accountability? I mean, are there other services similar, but why is yours better? I mean, that's what you want to think of when you fill out that next section. And then you want to list those, right? We have those set up on the everything page as bullet points because those are easy to read. We want somebody who's scanning Instagram or Facebook to click on this and know exactly who you are and what you're selling and be able to watch your video a lot quicker than this one, right? We want somebody to be able to see that in 30 seconds. So that's why this is formatted the way it is. The last section, the second to last section is the testimonials. It's a little bit self-explanatory. You want to definitely give people case studies just to validate why they'd want to work with you. Get a few friends to write some nice things about you. It's kind of a no-brainer. The last section is for products. I don't know if you know this, but McDonald's doesn't make money selling hamburgers. They make money selling Cokes and fries. So if you have a hamburger that you want to sell somebody that's kind of a lead grab that would get a customer in to sell bigger products, this is where you would put that link. If you have an affiliate link, this is where you would put that link. This is a great spot to showcase the product, your money-making product, right? So we have a spot for that as well. And then also, it doesn't really work on the templates that we make just because of the functionality, but when you get your everything page, there's also the last call to action, and it's kind of like, yes, I read through this, I want to work with you, and they'll click it, and what it will do is just shoot you back up to that first form so they have an easy way to fill it out and contact you. So again, that's the thought process behind the everything page. I think that's what you should be thinking about when you fill this out and make a really good landing page, and that's why we've done it that way. So I hope that clarifies things. I hope that gives you some ideas, and I can't wait to see how well your everything page performs for you. Thanks a lot.